Hey, YouTube. It's your girl Duchess. Just catching up on some of these social media streets. It is so much going on. Honey, I had to catch my breath and it's so entertaining. I'm like, okay, I got to talk about this stuff, right? So I appreciate you joining Break Bread with Duchess 2.0. Where I talk about entertainment. Well, I cover entertainment, some TV reviews, getting into the discussions. I know that I had scheduled this for 8 o'clock tonight, but my mentor is going live on the same subject, De Silva Silva. And if you have not heard any of her promotions, she is who taught me this YouTube game, and you can check out her channel at De Silva Silver, and I will put her in the description. She also does classes and things on all things YouTube. So she's going live at 8 o'clock, kind of covering the same thing, and her schedule's changed a little bit. So I was like, well, I'll just go on a little earlier because some of the people that subscribe to my channel also subscribe to her channel. So I am here at 5:30. I'm still learning this YouTube game anyway, so it's probably not that big of a clash, but I just want the comfort of, you know, just having you guys all to myself. So, the first thing I want to talk about, y'all, I don't even know what's the first thing to go for, but we are going to slide over to Tamar Braxton, child, her and this man Junior. And what got me really listening, not so much as Junior's thing, because I'm like, he's a dude, this is kind of what they do. But girl, Tamar's clapback, honey, that wasn't really a clapback. That was like a clap upside her own head. It was like a boomerang kind of thing. Huh, it didn't land for me. But we're going to get into it. So I am going to play some audio because I am not trying to get any strikes for real. And we're going to go to Junior's topic. So it sounds like, from what I've gathered, Tamar caught him cheating, and by use of her credit card at one of the hotels in New Orleans, she blasted him on social media saying that he was cheating on her, and so he never likes when she comes for him. And I was watching this thinking, are they married? I thought they were married. Like, y'all, I literally cannot keep up. But I want to go to his thing first because he responded to her social media post saying he was cheating on her with a 25-year-old. And then we're going to get into the commentary. So I am getting this from the Neighborhood Talks on Instagram, and I am just going to play only the audio. So let me mute my mic. All right, so muting the mic is not a good idea because if I mute the mic, then you can't hear what I'm playing. So let me try this again. Okay, sorry. Now wait a minute. As I'm doing that, y'all gotta see this man face. So my channel is new. Hopefully, I will survive the strike. This strike, because y'all gotta see this man face. You just got to. So hold on a second. Hold on, y'all.
Wanting to attack anybody. My purpose in my
Got
life
you.
has
Got
always
you.
been to protect.
Got you. Bear with
I
me.
haven't ran to social media every time something happened to me in that relationship. Because trust me, with all the receipts and all the things that have happened, I could have. But I chose to do what a real man does, and that is protect the person that I've been with. In this situation, I'll be very clear. I've been single for the last 6 months. we have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again. I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends. Go date anybody you want. I'm going to date when I'm ready. I am emotionally unavailable to you, and I'm physically unavailable to you. Now, birthday comes up, plans are put in place. Of course, I want someone that I consider to be family to be involved in that, because if anybody knows her, she is big on birthdays. I don't lead people on. I'm very direct. Listen, if anything that you're doing or that you want to do comes with an agenda, I don't want to be involved in it at all. I don't want you to be involved in my birthday plans. I don't want you to come to Turks and Caicos. This is not a reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing is because we're friends and because I'm still being involved in my son's life. I still would love for you to have a relationship with my children, but not to the extent that you make up these stories that aren't real. I went to New Orleans. I booked my room at Four Seasons on booking.com and didn't realize that the card I'm using, which also ends in the same three last numbers, was tied to something that we booked several months ago. No harm, no foul. We're talking $900. Stop it. While I'm in New Orleans for a funeral, my really good 25 plus year friend who passed away, I spent time with his family. I extended my stay because I needed time to reset. So I get a call yesterday. Hey, did you stay at Four Seasons? Yeah, I did. In fact, I extended. I gave them my card and everything's good. Why? What's up? Oh, well, I got a call about some chick who used my card at Four Seasons. I said, that's not possible. This is funny. Ha ha ha. What are you talking about? Well, I thought we can friends. We can talk about it, but this is laughable. I didn't stay with anybody at the Four Seasons. I'm not seeing anybody. Wasn't on a date. None of that. If I was, you're my friend. What do I have to hide about that? I'll just say cooler heads didn't prevail. And next thing you know, I'm on her story and I'm being accused of things which are just blatantly not true. I have never led Tamar Braxton on. I never will, nor will I. There are people, hate the name drop, but hey, Carlos King, you got me involved in this. You're part of the reason why we became friends. I've been very clear about my boundaries. I've been very clear about wanting to have a friendship, but not to the extent that, friends don't throw each other on their stories and call each other out on stuff. Like, look, if there was a mix up with the card because of booking.com, that's a quick fix. It's already taken care of. I've already contacted Four Seasons and they've already issued a refund and they charged my card. It's that simple. Where did this random woman come in that you called a tramp? Somebody I became friends with on Instagram like maybe 3 days ago? It's just a reach, and I'm tired of having to stay quiet and not defend myself. Mental health is real, and I understand how sometimes anxiety can get the best of us, but you just don't go on social media and start attacking somebody you say that you love, that you care for as a friend, and then you post pictures of you and my daughters together, but then you're throwing their dad under the bus. It's not cool, man. And the unfortunate reality is I thought that I could be friends and try to maintain some type of friendship, but that relationship is done. And I didn't want to come out and like 6 months ago and be like, hey, I'm single again, because then people are like, oh, you're sassy. What? This is the reason why I did it last time, because of this assumption that I'm leading somebody on and that I'm cheating. I have never cheated in my life. Find a woman that will tell you I cheated on her. I'm not successful because I cheat. When I'm committed, I'm completely committed. Now, I'm not going to go there. There's a lot more I could talk about. I'm not going to do it because this isn't about revenge. This is about saying, hey, wait a minute. This shouldn't have happened. Picking up the phone and talking calmly and saying, hey, Jay, I got charged on my card. You stayed at Four Seasons. Okay, cool. But then you had to find a random narrative to go with it. It's messed up, and the truth is now there's potential defamation behind it because I don't even know this person, never met her in my life, never even had a DM with her. Again, here I am defending myself because of all of these assumptions and all these internet bullies who don't have a clue, not one thing they don't know nothing about me. I initially was going to take the
First of all, when I saw this video, I got so many things. One, first of all, I was like, okay, this lady is not going to go on social media and blast you out and say you cheating on her if you're not still hitting that box. So that's my first thing. Come on, dude. Like, you playing the friend card, but you got to be playing in the box or played in it most recently, because I don't think any woman is going to nut up like that and say that you're cheating, regardless of the miscommunication, if you want to call it that. You're not completely innocent. And it's the comb over swoop bang for me. Like the comb over swoop bang. I almost couldn't take him seriously because I'm like, he threatened a lawsuit. That was to get her to shut her trap. He's playing like he's the victim and she just went after him for no reason at all. He's just yeah, staying at the Four Seasons. Now, he once she called him out, yes, he got it corrected. There's this mix up with the card. I'm not buying that because anytime I've checked into a hotel, they ask you what card you're gonna put it on. They asked when you get the bill. Like it's no, you know when you're using someone else's card. Like you know when you're using someone else's card. So that's given taking advantage of her and the friendship that you want to call. This is one of those situations where people do foul things to you, then they apologize in the name of love and they want to remain friends and they care so much about you, although their treatment is not the same. It's not as such because they want to keep access. And in this case, I'm going to say he wanted to keep access to her money. But y'all more than friends. Y'all were more than friends from her understanding, because she wouldn't have posted that you were cheating even if you are friends, with some benefits kind of situation stuff going on. I just don't see her acting out like that. Now, Miss Tamar, this man keeps saying who he is. Like he really keeps saying it over and over. And he said, I ain't never been a cheater. When I'm committed, I'm committed. He's committed for the weeks or the months or the times that he's with you. But the staying power, the staying commitment power, that ain't really there. Like I think he's got a bunch of kids, bunch of different, you know, situations. And I mean, he may be great for a good time, give you what you need in the moment. But I know this is probably the third time I've seen this cycle. So I'll be glad when she gets tired of it. But that comb over bang situation and all of this drama, plus the threat to her brand or whatever, like, yeah, I was just like, dude is lying. And he's given her the impression that they are more than friends. I thought that they were married, they had gotten married and all that kind of stuff. But it sounds like there's been a breakup that they've just decided to keep private. But I'm having a hard time piecing together her outburst if there's not something more that is going on with friends, like the friends thing. So I know on Tamar's show, she says that she's in therapy kind of like routinely, and he took an attack on her mental illness and that sort of a thing. And I didn't find that very attractive because that was a dig at her, especially knowing he knows the truth of how he plays, you know, um, saying one thing, but the actions are different until the actions don't benefit him or benefit his persona. And he's not, I mean, he's still got more time to play. he's a young dude, and that comb over, that bang is still pretty, full. It's not all thin and stuff. So he's got room to convince some other woman that he's a good catch, and it's everybody else's fault. He's the victim in it all. So, child, and I ain't buying that credit card situation, because when I check into any hotel, they ask, what card would you like to put your stay on? Like, you have the authorization, but before you, even at the time that you check in or before you check out, you have an opportunity to kind of review that situation. So I'm not buying that he didn't know that he was utilizing Tamar's card, or someone used her card, because she said that she got a call from someone, of a woman or whatever. I don't know. But I'm just really not buying that. And then when he said that he called them and got it straightened out, they charged my card and everything is good. That seems like post, since you got caught and you kind of want to clear it up. Child, whatever. Anyway, I wanted to get to Tamar's response, because that's really what got my attention. But I wanted to kind of give a little back. Hold on a second to Tamar's response here. And I messed it up. Okay.
And let you not only use my card, let's just say it's a mix up. Okay, fine. But now it's different because you're using my card for your extracurricular activities. And let me just keep it gangster. I wouldn't even trip on that. You know what I'm saying? Wah, wah. It's not that serious. Me and your relationship status has changed. The way I see you have changed. You know what I'm saying? Just like you outside, baby, I'm outside too. Like, let's stop pretending like you is the last of the Mohicans. You are not. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like, oh, I'm addicted to the white meat. Like, it was fine for what I had, but okay. It ain't giving that. And the truth is, I put too much on it because we were married, and I take my vows serious, and I thought that you did too. And so the truth is, I was waiting for you to come around like a wife, because all I know how to be is a wife. I was married to Vince, and that didn't work out. And I got with D, and we were getting married, and I got with you, and we got married, and I married you after you ate somebody, whole booty. So let's not talk about wow and what happened before then, okay? Don't make it seem like I'm a bad person. Don't make it seem like I didn't put up with a lot. Don't make it seem like, oh, I've been so gracious to her, and, I have been giving grace, and she's a da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ta-da wah. No, baby, don't do that. We have given grace to each other. And I married you after you ate somebody whole booty sandwich. Yeah, I'm not trying to make this a big deal. I swear, it's not about y'all. It's $1,000. It's not. You know, make or break. It's the point. The point is that you wanted me to sit back and let you not only use my card. Let's just say it's a mix-up. Okay, fine. But now it's different because you're using my card for your extracurricular activities. And let me just keep it gangster. I wouldn't even trip on that. You know what I'm saying? Wah, wah. It's not that serious. Me and your relationship status has changed. The way I see you have changed. You know what I'm saying? Just like you outside, baby, I'm outside too. Like, let's stop pretending like you is the last of the Mohicans. You are not. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like, oh, I'm addicted to the white meat. Like, it was fine for what I had, but okay. It ain't ain't giving that. And the truth is, I put too much on it because we were married, and I take my vows serious, and I thought that you did too. And so the truth is, I was waiting for you to come around like a wife, because all I know how to be is a wife. I was married to Vince, and that didn't work out. And I got with D, and we were getting married, and I got with you, and we got married, and I married you after you ate somebody, whole booty. So let's not talk about WAP and what happened.
Okay. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to be Team Tamar with all of this. because but I gotta break this down, girl, because I got questions. I got so many questions. So okay. It's so many files on the play, y'all. I don't even know where to start, but I'm just gonna jump in here. Okay. First of all, you took your vows seriously, but is you out here too. I Which one is it, Tamar? Which one is it, Tamar? Let's just you don't have to try to, get one up on this dude because you're the one that started this now because you posted him on social media and said that he was cheating on you. And because he has disowned you and acted like he don't, y'all just friends and it's not that serious and there's no marriage vows because he's been single for 6 months, then you kind of want to play it like I'm not really thinking about this guy. I'm not hung on the white meat and all that kind of stuff. But sweetheart, you are because you also said you liked him enough to take him back after he ate the booty meat and marry him. And he has access to your credit card. Like, baby, friend, girl, honey, let's just stop. I was like, what? I wouldn't have even said that. Like, we had forgotten about that, Tamar. I know I had forgotten about him and that girl. What was her name? I can't even think of her name. I'm not going to do that to myself because it's been a long day. But I'm still trying to think of her name when I said I wasn't going to do that. But we had forgotten about that. So you just reminded us, kind of that. And yeah, I think he did use your credit card for extracurricular activities, but a woman who is out there doing their thing too, that's not really concerned about this guy, um, could have, if you guys aren't still married and your stuff is annulled or whatever, like there were other measures to take than to blast him on social media, especially the framing of the word cheating with this 25-year-old. It was given you're upset. And I understand you may be upset because y'all may be supposedly working through some things and that's your man, and he out here doing some other things. So I get it, but don't try to, you know, you married this man after he ate somebody else's booty meat. That says a lot. And I do think he was using your credit card. Do think that you called him out on it. And I do think you still want the idea of what it looks like if you guys can make it. But, it's time to let it go, honey. And I didn't find that wasn't really a comeback. Like, I don't know what the comeback would have been. Probably just to let him have it and go on about your business and not respond to him because he will attack your mental health and try to make you look crazy and play like he's the innocent one. And he still has to, because everything obviously still works down there. He can't, you know, tarnish his status of being a good available bachelor, like a catch. So he's not gonna let you have a win, hun. And just let him go on about his business. Now we don't need to see you and JR back together and showing us y'all on vacation and all this kind of stuff and y'all made that work in this your boo thing because he obviously got some type of game. That whole booty meat situation and the nuptials of it all, I know you didn't kiss him since then. Like, that was crazy to me. It was crazy to me. So, it's just madness. It is just madness. It's just madness. It's just madness. But I appreciated the entertainment, and I wanted to come with it earlier this morning when I first saw it, but child, I'm over here in this YSL trial, and I'm knee deep in it, and I'll be so glad when it's over. But it is entertaining, and my stress levels are a little bit better now that YSL Woody is off there. So let's get into Mel and Love and Marriage Huntsville and Carlos King and all of that fun stuff. So apparently, Destiny. I was looking for the interview and I couldn't find the interview, and it wasn't an interview. It sounds like Tisha teed up some drama with between Destiny and Mel. I don't know if it's aired already or if it's coming on this Saturday, but Destiny, so Tisha was kind of like, "Hey, I want to give you a heads up. This is what she said. We had this, meeting and the girl code came up and, she is really I asked her, did she think that you had gotten with Martell?" Something like that, the way Tisha put it. And Mel said that she can't for sure say what Destiny will do. Like it's obvious that Mel doesn't see it for Destiny. And given the history and all that's going on, I'm not even going down that road. So as I say that, it sounds like that already aired. So why is it a thing now? I don't really know unless it's a release clip of Destiny saying she could have either one of them or both of them, which implies that Mel may like men. Shall we know Mel don't like, I'm sorry, that Mel may like women or at least entertain women in that sense. And as long as she was fooling with Martell and his no orgasm giving smelly feet self, I don't think that lady had all them babies and really went so hard in the paint for her marriage and his representative and all that fun stuff. If she also had, a bumping partner, because that's all they, well, let me not even go down that road. But I wasn't buying that anyway. But Mel clapped back today and I found it very entertaining. And so I am going to play that because I like her little country self. Um, she reminds me so much of just me and my girlfriends and how we get down sometimes. So I wanted to play that. She went live on her Instagram and it was just entertaining to me. So I caught the clip and here we go. Now y'all bear with me because you know I be doing too much. But let's see. Entire screen. That's not what I want. Window. Here. Y'all. Oh wait. I gotta undo something. Oh, here we go, y'all. I'm doing something. Kinda. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Don't leave me, people. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Your girl is trying really hard, child. I just be doing too much. Okay, here we go. Honey, I'll tell you that, but I'm not around this stuffing ass all the time and all up on you, all in you. You don't see that red phone now? Don't get along. I took that. Well, y'all, I'm gonna keep going, but that was so funny to me. How she be, and this is why they don't like this girl. But she tickled me because she go in and then be throwing shade and insults at the same time, and it's so deserving because I mean I can't have any holler for Mel because this lady came for her. It's so no, she did not tell this woman that she can't keep her man. I mean, that probably wasn't a good dig, but it definitely landed well because, I mean, well, Martell didn't want to be kept. Martell, well, he wanted to be kept. He wanted to be kept at home with the kids and play out all night and night. So he still would have been there had he had his way. But I mean, that landed very well. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. I just had to pause it for a moment.
I just don't play like that. I'm sorry. It's weird to me. You're not gonna see me all out in no club dancing and grinding and all that, twerking on me and twerking on you. And I'm sorry. And again, and again, my brother is gay. I hang around a lot of gay guys with my brother's parties. They be jumping over there too. The parties not changing. I have no problem, but you're not gonna lie on me. And that's what you're not about to do. Somebody said, hey, Miss Vanna Queen, you might want to come out this here chat. Yeah, that's what I said. I told Mama God, exit, click the exit button. Exit, exit. I'm just testing my life. You testing your life and do this. Test your life with me on this live. Because I don't, girl. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Show one receipt, one combo, one inappropriate text to you, to anybody that's a female. One inappropriate one. Send it. Show it. Show it. Never.
Destiny, you got about 24 hours to get this woman her receipts to back up what you said. Now, you told them people on national TV that you could have this woman in the hucklebuck. Like, you could do that. You got that kind of pull. And she is on here like, don't be lying on me. She took offense to that. This lady took offense to that, and she is hot. It was just too funny because everything she's saying about, I mean, even down to the parties with the gay people and all that kind of stuff. Like, and we ain't nobody homophobic, but girl, don't be saying that you can have me because I don't swing that way. Girl, you need to bring some receipts, and you know she ain't got them. And this lady done already said you're getting into the defamation thing, and you already gonna be back in court. But let me just get back to it. That was so funny to me.
Don't play with me. Mel, don't let them hoes with 30 piece. Yeah, they on 30 piece. I told them I'm gonna check and then I'm gonna go have fun doing my content shoot for these next 12 hours. Have fun doing it. Lauren, you got your phone? It's about to be ready to come on. Oh, no, I made some honey butter biscuits and some bacon if you want some. It's all in the microwave. So feminine of you. I do know how to cook. I do cook. No, you talking about this soap? It's talking about so feminine of me. Like these people trying so hard, y'all, to come at me and my fan base and the love my fan base has for me. It's just getting ridiculous. It's stupid. It don't make no sense. It's lame. It's whack. And I'm not letting nobody play on my top. I can't wait to go live on TikTok on Saturday. I'm just saying, I can't wait. Can't wait. I ain't going to market. I'm gonna need a little break tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go today just for content behind the scene purposes. That because y'all doing the most. Y'all want people to not like me and hate me so bad. Y'all just coming up with all kind of ridiculous stuff. It's ridiculous. When I heard it, I'm thinking, okay, see now you're gonna be in court again. Quit playing with me. Any kind of proof of any sort that I swing or act like women. There is none. Because I think the truth about this, it's not liking something that people aren't doing in 2024. I'm not that. So don't do that. Don't play with me like that. me. Let me oh, it came on. Okay, you ready to bring this on? I gotta type it now. She said. So let's call. We're gonna call her. I'm gonna call her a long time because she's been around me since I was 18. Find somebody up at my college, at my school that I taught in, and all the people in these businesses I do that can say I ever did any. I don't move like I just don't. It's interest. I'm sorry. I like men. Okay, I'm sorry. I just, but see, it's all. Like, I just don't. Y'all see the people around here that look anyway. Let's, she don't know your number. She may not have some. Well, let's see. Oh, you got to heat it up. Don't overheat them biscuits. You know, you overheat biscuits, make them hard. See, that's you overheat them biscuits. Let's have some more. We got to heat them. Let's stop again. Mm-hmm. Jimmy, show me your deal. I ain't work online. See, there's a strawberry at the bottom. Oh, I might text her and tell her this mean. Let me see. I'm saying, oh, here she go. Brittany, what's going on? You on a work call? Okay, look, well, I'm not, girl, listen, I'm not going to hold you too much because you got to go out. Call me when you get off the work call. But really quickly, Brittany, you've been knowing me for a long time, since I was 18. Have you ever known me to go both ways or like women? Oh, okay. Can you say it one more time? No, ma'am.
Yeah, Mel tickle me. And the folks she be beefing with, I see why they get so mad. Because she is so country and so over the top, and that is hilarious. At the same time, she's professional and she got her stuff together. Like she's dragging this girl with a cap on and no makeup. She got her brand going. She got all these things going, and this is why they get mad at her. But why even come for her? Like they've been at this thing for like 3 or 4 years. You know, this lady will come on this internet and drag you and respond. So let's get some more. Well, I mean, the storyline piece may just be over with by the time Saturday come on in and roll on out. But it's time to kind of stop trying to hang on to this lady because she come back and make you look real crazy. Then that ticks Destiny off because it sounds like this was something from an old episode. Ticks her off. It's gonna get her to talking again. Then Mel gonna have to come out here with some receipts and that red phone, and the drama just keeps going. But that was so funny when she said you need to go pay LeBarrett and that little warning shot she gave her about subpoena and all these people. Girl, take heed. And I could totally see Destiny in the club doing all the twirling and face licking and all that kind of stuff and the touchy feely stuff. So, like, let's just chill on out with that, Destiny. I thought I was gonna find an interview or something, but it sounds like it's an old episode. So we didn't get I did not find that. But let me tell you, I went and watched Carlos King's Messy Monday because what I got from the producing of that show and how I was looking at him, because I've never checked out his stuff, and I hear all the talk about Carlos King and the backstabbing and all of that. And what he did on Love and Marriage, no, not Love and Marriage, on Real Housewives of Atlanta and with Candy, I firmly believe it. I see what he's been doing on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And it's definitely a character that I wouldn't entertain, but I really don't give it a whole lot of energy. So to be fair, I went and watched this Messy Monday. And he was asking heavily some questions. So I see why some people take to him and he's able to get the jobs that he gets because Carlos speaks very well and he is engaging. He has a personality that will draw you in. And he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Like he's very convincing in what he's talking about. So I would say I understand why Own took a chance on him and whomever else may have taken a chance on him because he is engaging. He does have a nice presentation. What's the lady name? Elaine, Dr. Heavenly. She's entertaining. She says, I don't watch much of the show. I just see a little clips, but this is how I see it. Some things I agreed with her and some things I obviously didn't. But I see the dynamic. It is entertaining. she I would think Carlos would do better if he had more guests, like he did a rotation on his Messy Mondays. That would be my feedback. Um, because Heavenly it's often too much. But it was a couple questions that he asked her, and I kind of wanted to give my feedback. Well, not really give my feedback, but I didn't really see. I think I saw when she said that Mel did that on purpose. Like she did the room stuff on purpose. And she gave an explanation for it. I didn't really take it as a negative thing because my thing has been about that episode. Can you blame her? Like, what expectation should these ladies have, even though the room piece made sense to me? It just did, given the people and what she had to do with it, it made sense. And so I still wouldn't say that she did that as an intentional thing to get under, you know, Kimmy and Tisha or whatever. It just made sense. But if she was intentionally being spiteful, or slighting them, can you blame her? Like, why would they have an expectation of more? The only thing that they contribute to this show is commentary about Mel's business or drumming up drama. Like, we really don't get anything that's beneficial or in a second lane from the two of them. So I thought it was appropriate. The other thing that she said that supported that, he asked her, did she think that Mel would ever really like these girls? Because she said, Mel don't like these women. And I believe that. And I don't see it as a negative thing because I don't know what they have done to make her like them. I find it ludicrous that there would be an expectation in the real world if you're dealing with real feelings and human, the human experience and all of that. Why do they expect so much of this woman to just kind of put aside all the little things that they do? But when she said that no, she don't think that she was spot on. Martell took this lady through the mud, even had a baby on her. And they constantly have championed him, try to paint him to be this great guy, try to include him in a lot of the things on the show. They genuinely like Martell. They don't have a dislike for Martell. And that is fine, but you can't do that and call yourself my friend. That's where the kind of rift is, because it's fine, but you can't call yourself my friend. And then to go further, you don't care whether we call ourselves friends or not. You want the benefit of my friendship. You want the benefit of my respect. You want the benefit of my loyalty. You want the benefit of my generosity. You want that benefit, but you're treating me like this. And this is why I said that when her face started to change, when Shanita was explaining, I say to you what this person has done to me, I say to you how they've harmed me, and you still bring them around me. I think she was summing up something that Mel had not even thought of in that way, but it was spot on and it kind of stuck. It's the truth. So I thought that Heavenly was being honest about that. She said that she liked Melody. She don't really have an issue with anybody on the show. And honestly, why would she? She doesn't really interact with them. The thing that I didn't agree with her, he asked her, what did she think about the situation with Shanita? And she kept calling Shanita names of things like how she did with Dr. Contessa. She was purposely mispronouncing this lady's name, purposely kind of doing stuff, and that is something that she does that I really don't care for. And it's antagonistic, and the lady's not even on. She's not even present, and you're being antagonistic for no reason. But she he asked her what did she think about that, and she said that she felt like Mel had given her a lowdown of Tisha, and that she had prepped her so that when soon as Tisha started talking, she got onto her, like she got onto her case, like she pounced on her. And I disagree with her. For one, the show has been on for many years, and I don't know how many years like total, but we're not in our first or our second year. So I disagree with her about that, because I mean, you don't have to search far to see the history between Mel and Tisha. That's number one. Number two, there are a lot of things in that conversation where she was gracious to Tisha, and the whole experience wasn't a combative experience, but she asked her some specific questions surrounding this person coming on that she invited, which was Destiny. And Shanita and Mel are friends, so definitely Shanita knows the history. And so I thought that that was a valid question, although trickery. But if you're going to get the honest response from someone, that's a great way to ask the question, a non-threatening way where they feel open to just give it to you straight, and then you quote unquote strike. So I disagree with her about that. I don't think Shanita came fully loaded. I think she came prepared to have her friends back, and who wouldn't? Given the history or not the history, that's just kind of like a given thing. You're prepared to have your friends back, right? But I thought that her response was appropriate to what Tisha said, because she specifically said she wanted everyone to have a good time. She said, you know that they have a sordid history, an unpleasant history. I'm paraphrasing. Knowing that you still invited her, are you 10 toes down with your friend, or are you wanting everyone to go to have a good time? If she had answered 10 toes down with her friend, I guarantee you Shanita would have asked her which friend. Because at that point, you do have to choose, like you have to clarify, because you can't be 10 toes down with this girl knowing all the things that have happened. And you can't be 10 toes down with this girl if you're going to invite her into this space. So either way, she was going to flesh out the real Tisha without her being able to back out of it. But I disagree with Heavenly because I don't think that she got some type of download. I think that she was being fair and open to Tisha. Her responses just kind of showed her card and she called her on it. So that was interesting. She asked her he asked her what did she think about the Kimmy and the nail situation. And she felt like Sonny kind of set that up and I didn't see it that way, but it was a great point. She sided with Kimmy because Nell did come out with that tone and you already upset and all of these things. Yes, that would upset anyone. And I didn't disagree with her. The part that got me about Kimmy was when Nell backed down, she stayed on 10. And that told me it was about more than just Nell's presence. So I kind of like the Messy Monday segment. It said a whole lot about Carlos and the producer because you get to the piece where he said they are the ones who picked the house. So he knew Melody was coming. I showed y'all text messages on my last live where when Tisha let Mel know, I didn't see a delivered thing, but it obviously was Mel's number. Um, if you go back and look, it says to Melody Shree, and then there's a response from Melody in that thread. So it is her text message. But given when people started reporting about the trip and what was happening over there and the date of that message, even if Mel wanted to prepare, she didn't have time to. Those reservations are already made. We're talking about less than a week between the reports of it. So he is the one who booked that house and it was kind of set up perfectly for her to make the decisions that she made. So I even kind of and I realize this is old kind of stuff, right? Like it's been talked about and talked about, but it just as if I needed more confirmation. It confirmed to me how the kind of setup happens because he is who picked that house, which means he picks the rooms and the bedding and all of that, the entire setup. He added Destiny to the trip. That's why Tisha felt so comfortable inviting her because it wasn't really Mel's trip. She was just the host, right? So I believe that was a production setup, as we said. And how are you gonna assign the rooms? Like in getting back to the human part of it, who would put Tisha and Kimmy in their own suite? I don't see anything that they deserve to even be in their own suite. Um, yeah. I'm interested to see how this Saturday goes, but he told on himself, just like you guys have said. And I don't get the big deal about the whole room thing. And I guess I don't know who aired that clip about Destiny saying that she could get with Mel and they can do the bumping and grinding of it all. Like I don't know where that came from, but it's obvious to tee up Saturday. And I just thought it was really funny. Um, and as I was watching Mel's live, I see why they respond in a way that they do. But they always start this mess with her. And so when she responds and she's being dramatic and theatrical and relatable and um, inspiring, all of those things, it's kind of like a whole little tick list of everything that you're not. And then they kind of have to take it because even if they respond, the world is going to be on their top because you started it and it wasn't an appropriate thing to say. And so you don't get to pick and choose how someone comes back at you. You just don't get to pick and choose that. So it was a lot that happened today. That Tamar situation and her admitting that she married that man after he ate that lady's booty, and then her acting up on social media and saying that he's cheating on her with a 25-year-old and using her money and all that kind of stuff. Like, girl, you might want to just kept that to yourself, honey. And then he responds and completely embarrassed her with that comb over bang. And it's gray. It's just not cute. And I'm like, probably should have kept that and not even clap back. Because again, you started it. I should have titled this Don't Start None, Don't Be None. Or Don't Start None, Won't Be None. I think that's the phrase. Anyway, I am trying to get better with my lives and kind of come to you guys with some content. And I found that entertaining. It was a lot to kind of digest for me. Child, I was enjoying it, and I'm like, well, if I'm going to enjoy it, I might as well talk about it. I apologize for changing the time around. I may come back live tonight because I have a review that I need to do, and I have one that I need to catch up on. If you guys are interested in this YSL Rico, which is kind of, the exciting part is kind of over with Woody's testimony wrapping up. So I don't know. Let me just let that rest because the last 2 days have not been fun. But I'm still sticking with it because I said I would, and I'm interested to see how it all goes. So that was funny. Tamar, girl, you took that L. Destiny, ma'am, keep that lady out your mouth. Like, just stop talking about Mel. And this probably needs to be her first season of Return and her last season of Return should Love and Marriage Huntsville survive. And Male Girl, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with your child, but they might want to leave this lady alone. Anyway, let me check the comments because I'm over here in another section. Okay, so no comments. I'm assuming no one wants to come up and give their commentary. This is kind of old news anyway. I'm behind the times, but it was entertaining to me. So I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I still married you after you ate that latest booty meat. Like, honey, that said a lot about you. Not really much about this man who did use your credit card. He know what he did, and he's still hitting. So stop letting him hit that box, and then you may be able to kind of take his shenanigans a little bit better than kind of being on the rebound and trying to say that you're out there like that and you're married and waiting on the vows and all that kind of stuff. I still like you though, Tamar. You're very entertaining, but be single for a moment, honey, and put the box away because it's obviously he was still in that kitty box. Anyway, it's your girl Duchess. I appreciate everyone who joined. I hope you like this live. I know that there are probably some adjustments that I need to make, but I came here anyway. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Well, joining, listening, all that stuff. Talk to y'all soon. Thank you.